Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara if you're new here, and if you're not new to this channel, you'll know that a week ago I posted a video all about how to create the easiest lazy digital download. It's basically just highlight covers that are only colors. So in today's video, I received a ton of comments asking for more of an extended version where you wanted me to show you how to actually list it, how to make listing photos, how to price it, and overall just how to get it onto Etsy. So I am going to finally be releasing that video. It is Friday, September 27th. I literally couldn't remember the date there. And I am filming this today. I'm going to edit this today and I'm going to get it posted today. So if you are interested in learning more about how to rank your listings on Etsy, how to promote your listings on Etsy, and how to price and just overall get it onto Etsy, definitely keep watching this video. I'm not going to yap on. I'm going to get right to the point and we are just going to dive right in. So I'm going to get my little tripod. I'm going to show you my screen and we are going to get this whole process done. So I'll break it down into little categories, like one for just starting with the listing photo and then obviously marketing it and keywords and everything like that. So we are going to do that together and I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it. If you're new to this channel, I love to create digital products. I love to show you how to make easy digital products, and I love to show you how overall just to make passive income while you sleep. So if you're like me, you love hearing that Etsy cha-ching button, just like I do, and I just want to show you all how to do the same things. Without further ado, let's get into it and we'll chat afterwards. When I am planning a digital product, the very first place I look is actually on Etsy. Because you're going to be selling these things on Etsy, you also want to beat out competition and kind of have a great view of what the digital product really is. I will look up a similar digital product, and I'm also going to tell you another reason why in a few moments. But I look up that digital product and the first thing I do is I gain visual inspiration. So you'll see what listing photos they do. And with Etsy, you can size your listing photo larger, but with the new features, they only really show a certain amount of that photo. So you're gonna kind of want the font to be in here. You're gonna want all of your writing and your icons really just to be in that smaller square. So I'm gonna show you how to size that in a moment. But not only do you wanna look at the visual appeal, but I actually look at the title itself. If a product's ranking high, typically when you type it in on Etsy, it will be one of the first ones that appear. So I look at those and I type in the title into like my notes and I just keep it for later, because these titles you can actually use in your title as well, and you can use it in your tags. Tags are basically just a way to rank, because Etsy, just like other platforms like Google, uses SEO, and with search engine optimization, the main importance really is keywords. So I look at the title and I also look at their description and I look at their listing photos. And basically, as a start, it's just a great way to gain inspiration. So I'm going to switch over to bird's eye view and we are going to start with making the listing photo. And that's typically where I start, because once you save these different titles that you like, you're kind of almost set for the next part. And I'm going to show you other ways that you can find perfect keywords for your title as well. But we're going to start with the listing photo. So I'm going to show you how to size it and kind of just maybe a fun little design that we can do with our highlight covers that we created last week. Let's get into it. So Canva actually recommends that you make the width 2,667 and then the height is going to be 2,000, and make sure that it's on pixels. From there, you're just going to hit create new design, and now we can really just start with a blank canvas. The great thing with Etsy nowadays is that it is really only using like what's in the center. So I typically just have my font like a bit smaller and centered, but realistically, I've done it expanding the whole thing and it really has not affected my sales. So it's up to you. Have fun with it, play around with it. And the great thing with Etsy is that not all listings need to look the same. And actually, I would encourage you to change it up. So we are going to really just start with a blank canvas, but if you're someone that wants to gain more inspiration, all you have to do is go into design and you'll see there's a ton of different templates for different things. You can even have one that has like a fun background to start with, like at the top here, they have like a blue one, for example, but I typically like to keep it pretty minimal. And because we're doing natural highlight covers, I like to leave it just at that. So we are going to start by making this background a little bit more fun. So we went with natural. So what I tend to do is I'll go into photos or I'll go into elements and just get a background. So I'm going to type in natural background just to go with the theme. If you have a pink theme, you can go with that theme, and so on and so forth. You can use something like this with like shadows to give you that natural look. So I actually might go with something like this. I just like the simple sandy colored background. And obviously you can even design the whole thing and then change it up afterwards. But just to start with, I kind of like something like that. It's fun, it's simple, and it's easy to design. So once you have part one done, now we are going to get into adding some writing. So basically what I like to do with the title is I like to tell people exactly what they're getting. The great feature with Canva is you can even use these little free or pro titles here, but for the sake of this, we're just going to keep it simple and we're going to kind of make it a little more luxurious afterwards. But I'm using Collective here, the font, but there's a ton of other fonts we can use and I might switch this up afterwards. So I like to put what exactly you're getting. So for the sake of this, let's just say 60 natural colored highlight covers. So now they know exactly what they're getting. You can change the sizing, you can change the spacing. I like to make my lines spaced together, and you can kind of do something like that. I like how that sits, and then I'm gonna make it kind of fun by adding in for Instagram. I have a pro account. I'm gonna use Citadel script. It's kind of what I'm using on my YouTube as well, but you can just play around with it like that. You can change the colors, you can make them more fun, you can match them to the background here, and there we have it for writing. Now we're gonna get into kind of like the fun designing process. So those digital highlight covers that we had, I'm gonna go back into our home and find them. So now that you have your earthy highlight covers from our last video, we are going to go into this button and we are going to hit save as. I like to save these as a PNG file, and basically I'll have these on my iPad so that I can upload them into my listing Canva document and then obviously use them for design purposes. Let's go back to our listing design and then we're going to insert these. So I am just going to keep it simple, and some of the ways that I've seen it is people like to just put exactly what you're getting right on the front. So if you have 60, you can just make them small, or you can post some of them here, and then on the next page you can post all of them. But for the sake of this, what I like to do is go into elements and I will go to frames. The frames will basically show you a circle, and this is basically how it's going to look when it's in there. So I will line it up kind of with the text, and we're going to upload all those photos that we just had downloaded. And once those are uploaded, now we can actually start inputting them directly into here. So I just like to put them in like that, and then you can drag it how you want it. Because they're colors, it's so easy to do. And then I copy it and put it beside the next one, drag in the next one. And you just continue this until you have maybe a few rows of them where it's not cramming the listing, but it showcases what they're getting. Make a couple rows with these, just repeating the same thing that I just told you to do, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so now that I'm done, it kind of looks something like this, and it's super simple. I just have 3 rows going down. You can now play around with some effects. You can lift the font. You can do all kinds of things like that. It looks kind of boring to you. You can literally add whatever you want. You can maybe go into elements and type in Instagram, and it will have like the Instagram icon you could add to the corner. I sometimes find like they have really cool like PNG files with no background. So I'm going to type in Apple Pencil, and this kind of comes up, so you can like turn it and like make it fun like that. like an Apple Pencil pointing at highlight cover, and it's really that simple. So this is what I typically tend to do for the homepage. It's just a breakdown of exactly what you're getting and a preview of what you're getting as well. On the next page, you can either take that first page and duplicate it, or you can make it a little bit different. So for this one, maybe we'll do like the same color background, just not a picture. And we can add some writing, and this will basically tell you what you're getting. That's what I like to do on the second page. So I will put receive 60 PNG files for natural highlight covers on Instagram. And then this will tell them exactly what they are getting. From there, on this page, what I tend to do is show all 60. So again, you go into elements and we go to frame and we add that same frame, we make it smaller, and it basically depends on how many you have. You just have to keep kind of sizing it depending on how many you have. And again, we go into our photos and we upload them here, and then we just duplicate it and drag it across the whole row until all 60 are on this page. That's all I tend to do for the second page. I just like to showcase what you're getting, and that is as simple as that. The next page will have a breakdown of how to access the files and what they will get. So what I tend to do on the third page is I'll kind of add like a little box from the shape section on the elements, and I will just drag it so that it kind of fits this and that we can put like writing in it. I just find it stands out. We can make this even white, and I am going to put what you'll receive. And then this will also show like how to access, but I just like to have like something here. You can change the font again. I might make it this script that I love, and we will leave it at that. So I'm going to put bullet notes. So these bullet notes are basically just going to repeat again what you're going to get and then how to access it. So for these, because they are just colors, there's two ways you can do it. You can either send them a link to use the colors as a template and then add writing to them, or we can do it as a zip file. I, for this case, would use it as a zip file. I'll show you how to do both, but for the sake of this, we're just going to do it as a zip file. And then after this, I'm just going to show you, if you want to use it as a template, how to do that. So we are going to put receive 60 natural colored highlight covers to use as you please with Canva. You will receive a zip file with all highlight covers right after payment. Save them as a photo and upload as you please. And then that is all. If you are going to do a template link, all you have to add here is you will also receive a PDF file with a link to the template. And I'm going to show you how to create that PDF file afterwards. So this is typically all I do for listing photos. And once you add all your 60 there, and you have what you'll receive, that's about it. Like, that's really all you need. You really don't need a ton, but it's great to be descriptive because not only does it help with keywords, but it just helps alleviate any issues that may arise with customers wanting to purchase. On your desktop and you download your PNGs like all at once, it actually automatically creates a zip file and then you upload it as the zip file, which is just awesome because it makes it easier for you as well. And then when they download it, all they have to do is just open the zip file and they will have all of them. So now that we have the listing, I'm going to quickly show you, if you wanted to do a template, how to make a PDF with that, and then to Etsy and kind of start the uploading process. And then I'll show you like keywords and how to find keywords and all of that stuff. I'm just trying to keep this as short as possible so that I don't bore you. So let's get into the next part. The thing about Etsy that you should know is that they reward you for using videos. Apparently videos also help push your content further and it's helping sellers sell more. So if you want to make a video to put in there, I'm going to show you the easiest way to do it and I'm going to show you what I do. But there's a few ways that you can do it as well. We're going to pick a page. I typically either do the first page or the second page because the second page also has all of your highlight covers. So you're going to animate this. So on my iPad, I'm going to go here and just toggle off animate. We want to basically animate the whole thing. I am going to hit fade. That's typically what I do. So you can either do the background, you can do the writing. It doesn't matter. It just rewards you for using videos. So now once we have an animated design, we are going to save as MP4, and we're just going to save that page that we animated. So for those wanting to know how to make a template link, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. So we are basically just going to go right back into that first design that we created and just going to hit share. From there, you'll see save as, public view link, those things. You do not want to use public view link. You want to go to see all, and you want to make sure that you hit template link. Basically, if you just send them like a template or just send them the link to it, they can basically hinder your first design so that if someone else goes in and uses it, it's like completely doctored. So you want to make sure that it is like a template so that it doesn't ruin your first design or it doesn't also ruin someone else's design. So once we go into template, you're just going to hit create template link, and this link here you are going to want to copy. So now that we're on the Canva homepage, you're going to want to again go into the search bar, and we are going to type in US letter. It's basically just going to size it like a normal page. And down here you'll see like there's a template here. If there's no blank one, I just hit a template and then I just delete everything. We are going to basically put the link directly on here. So what I like to do, if you want, you really don't have to, you can literally just put a blank page with link to it. But I like to just add like a fun little border or something like that, maybe with your branding colors, and just make it like give the design a little something more. I typically put link to template to do here. Sometimes again is I'll add like a shape in, and this is just so that it like makes it stand out, and you will add the link in with text. So you're gonna hit a text bar, and basically instead of the heading, we are going to double tap that. You're going to hit paste. So we are going to have the link right here, and you also want to make sure that it is in fact linked. So you can change the color. So what I do here is I will hit ... and at the bottom it will say link. Basically here I will again paste that link. Now that way they can actually click and access the template. So all you're going to do here with that, you can again dress this up however you want, but you don't need to. I'm going to hit share, and this time we're going to save it as a PDF print or PDF standard. This is basically so that they can actually click the link, and we are going to download that. The person's going to do when they download it is they're going to click this, and it's going to take them exactly into the template that you created. So now we're in the fun department, and this is actually uploading our digital product. So I am on my iPad, so sometimes it's a bit different than your desktop, but it's basically going to show you all the same things. So I am going to you can either copy an existing listing or start from scratch. We're going to start from scratch. And first things first is we're going to pick a category, highlight cover. So we're going to type in highlight cover, and you can see in digital, highlight covers and logo and brandings, and social media templates. I obviously think that this fits social media templates the most, so I'm going to select that as our category. Then we are going to go to the next category. Now is where it gets fun. We are going to add the photos. So those listing photos that we just saved now are going to go right into here, and that is the next step. And then on top of that, we have our video, and that's going to go right in there. And that is the next step. You just want to make sure that all your listing photos are there and that your video is attached separately. And then now we are going to add our title. So remember how I said to be looking at different shop titles? Those are keywords that you can use. Another tool that is tried and true is ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you a prompt that you can give it to write high-ranking keywords for your Etsy listing. So now that we're on ChatGPT, I'm going to show you the prompt that I use to find keywords and the prompt that I'm going to use for our natural highlight covers. So I am going to ask ChatGPT to Give me an Etsy listing title for a listing of natural highlight covers for Instagram. Use high-ranking keywords to help boost SEO. So ChatGPT is a great tool when you give it the right prompts. So this is just one way to do that. And it's one way to help you so that you don't have to sit there trying to generate a title all by yourself, or you don't have to necessarily just copy someone else's title. So this is just another example, but you can also, change someone else's shop title too. So I love this. Natural Instagram highlight covers, minimalistic aesthetic icons, boho neutral IG and story covers, Instagram branding, social media icons. So it actually broke down a bunch of different keywords that people are actively searching for, and it is going to show you exactly what to do. So all you have to do here, which I love, is copy that. And we are going to go back into our Etsy seller and add that title in. It's given us the exact amount of words to fit our 140 limit. So all you're gonna do here is hit done, and there you have it. Now, pricing. A lot of people have different opinions about pricing, and a great way to find out about pricing is to look at other Etsy shop listings as well, maybe with similar amounts of icons. That's what I do, and that's really all you have to do. It doesn't have to be some whole big hoopla, but sometimes what you can do is look at what someone else is pricing it at and maybe price it the slightest bit less expensive, and that will help you get sales. But for something like $60, you could sell it for $5, $6, $4, whatever you want. The great thing about these smaller digital products is that it's more about quantity, and people buy these all the time, so it actually adds up over time, which is great. So I would say for the sake of this, I've priced around 20 at $3 or $2. So you can do $6 for these, or $5 something to make it the pricing pretty, but you can do, not 60, $6. It's just people don't mind spending $6, so it actually encourages them to buy more. So you can add personalization if you have any, and SKU, but it really doesn't matter. So I would leave that out. And this is a digital item. You want to make sure you have it digital toggled off and not physical, so they think they're getting it. Made by me, made between 2020 and 2024. You want to make sure that's tied off. And is it a finished product or a template? If it's a template, you can put it's a tool to create things. And with this, it is a finished product, so that's all we need. Process and tools doesn't matter. Production partners does not matter. Instant downloads all there. This is all pre-filled, so this is perfect, and you can add the shop section. So I have a shop section for highlight covers, so I'm going to add it right into that shop section, which is perfect. And then next is the tags. So again, those tags that are those titles that you saw people had in their Etsy listings, those are key for tags. But another way, again, is we can go into ChatGPT, and we'll see if ChatGPT can help us. So can you provide Etsy tags for the above digital product? And it's basically going to take everything that we had from our first input and add it into tags. When you here are some high-ranking Etsy tags for your natural Instagram highlight covers, and you have a whole list. These tags will help improve SEO visibility on Etsy. So all you have to do now is basically type out these tags into your Etsy listing, and that's it. I'm gonna add those tags in there. Materials don't matter again because it's a digital product, and we will go next. So now for here, it's a digital file, so we know that. So the file that you're going to add is the zip file that Canva gave you when you downloaded all the PNG files. And if you have that PDF with the template link, you're just going to add that in files. And it has your photo and it has your video, and that's it. And then you can put your description. So for your description, again, go into ChatGPT and say, can you write an Etsy listing description for the above icon, or for the above product? and see what it gives you. So it's writing out this whole thing for you, looking to elevate your Instagram profile, and then it's showing you again how all these keywords, they're all highlighted, and it's great for explaining it to your customer as well. See, it will also even put here, because it's a digital product, no physical items will be shipped. Due to the nature of this product, no refunds can be issued after purchase. So it does all of the work for you, and all you have to do is how to use it. You can change that information if it's different than what they've put here. And see, it says set of 30, but you would change that to 60 and everything like that. So it just gives you an easy breakdown, and literally ChatGPT does the whole thing for you. So that is how you upload your digital products to Etsy. So now I'm just quickly going to show you how you can market them and how I market mine, and that is using Pinterest. Pinterest is the best tool, I say, for getting traffic to your website and getting traffic to your Etsy listings or any product that you want to sell. Whether you're a small business or whether you're a big corporation, I always recommend Pinterest, and my social media clients, they also know I love Pinterest. Okay, so we are back in Canva, and we want to basically create a Pinterest pin. And the thing with Pinterest is you can put your pin at whatever sizing, so you can actually upload that Etsy listing photo as your Pinterest pin, but to maximize the views, you actually want to size it as a Pinterest pin. I am in the search bar again, and I'm just going to type in Pinterest pin, and it's obviously going to take us here. It's going to give you a ton of cool templates, and I actually love most of these templates. I think they look awesome and they catch my eye, and you basically want to find one that really catches your eye. So I personally love this one, this kind of spa theme one. You can use any of these, or you can start from scratch, but I think templates are a great way to bring your designs to life. So I'm going to click on this one, and I'm going to customize this template, and we are going to change this. So we are going to make this one 60 natural highlight covers. I love how that looks. And then here we're going to put for Instagram. Obviously, we're not selling a spa product, so I am going to maybe change this photo again to that natural background that we used in our Etsy listing. And then what you're gonna do again is go into your elements, go to frame, go to that circle, and you can again add in all of your highlight covers here. You're probably gonna wanna do it just the same way as we had just done it there. So I'm gonna drag them in to our circle, drag them out, and I'm just gonna paste them across, and I'll show you what it looks like after. So this is kind of what you're working with now. It shows kind of a bunch of the highlight covers, and again, you don't have to show all of them, but I love how this looks. So we are going to save this as a PNG file, and we are going to go into Pinterest and upload it. So here we want to upload a pin, so we are going to upload our pin. We're going to take our photo and the title. Again, with the title, you actually want to pretty much put exactly what we put into our Etsy listing. Because this one only allows 100 words, what you can do is go back into ChatGPT and say, can you change above's title to be 100 characters. I take that because what is being searched in Etsy is also being searched on Pinterest, and with keywords, it kind of like expands across all of these platforms. So now that we have our title with the description, you can add keywords again. And what I like to do instead in descriptions is add hashtags. That's actually something that Pinterest is really releasing now. You can mention people and you can add a description. So here I like to just put a quick breakdown of what you're going to get. So I'm going to say again, receive 60 neutral Instagram highlight covers to spice up your socials. Just something fun like that. And then we are going to put hashtags. So social, you can see what's ranking here. So social media, design you want to put. You also want to put ones that just have a lot of pins because people are searching for this. So social, maybe Instagram, highlight. Let's see if highlights come up. Highlights cover, and you can put it under highlights as well, even though it's probably for hair. You just want to make it really simple. So a couple of hashtags related to your niche. And then down here, of course, is where you're going to link your Etsy description just by copying it once it's pasted. So Pinterest is an after the fact. So like you're going to want to upload links afterwards. So that's when your listing's actually live. And then you're going to pick a board that it goes to. I actually have a board for digital products. So you can just add a board at the bottom, but I have a board for digital products. And then here with tags is where you want to have like related tags as well. So with tags, they only allow so many and they only allow you to choose a certain amount. So you actually have to type in like pretty broad things and then you'll get tags. So here we're going to put social media. You want to basically add all of these. These are all related. You can maybe see if there's one for content, content marketing strategy. But so you see how there's not many like options and you can't just make up your own tags. So these are kind of more broad topics. So I would do something with social media, design, maybe let's see if there's one for templates. You can do template ones and tag those because you can pretty much tag whatever. It'll just help push you further. And that's where you're going to put tags there. And then with scheduling dates, you don't need to be putting scheduling dates. You can just hit create from there and that's perfect. You have your pin. It will show up in your Pinterest page, and over time you will start to get views like this. I got these views in under a month, and you can do it too. So I hope this video wasn't too long and hopefully not too boring. I'm trying to make it as quick as possible, but I know it's kind of hard. So try and test out a couple of different Etsy listings, try and test out different keywords and different designs. Etsy doesn't need to be constantly the same. Like your Etsy shop can look like crazy. But if you're like me, you like to switch it up and it's good to switch it up. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe and like if you haven't already. I'm really happy to have you all here. And my last video got us a whole bunch of new subscribers. So I'm super, super excited to meet all of you. So I hope this video helped you. And for those who are anxiously awaiting, I read your comments and thank you so much for all your kind words. I am happy to create more. I have a ton more videos coming and digital products to create. And I'm going to make some more that are maybe a bit more challenging and then some that are super easy because my favorite, as always, are easy digital products too. So I will see you very, very soon. Definitely like and subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more digital product tutorials.